I used to do dip workouts and I would get this extremely annoying pain while doing a dip in my arm. I would be doing dips and I would get this really weird, really stupid, really obnoxious pain right here as I do the dip. I would go, street lifting by the way, this is not bodybuilding. So I would go down and about right here, I would get the pain. And as I'm coming up, I would still have it. And as I do the set, it would be a little bad, but then as I get off, so I usually have a bench back here. So as I step off the setup, I'll just walk off, right? As I get off the setup, ooh, the pain would get worse. So it would go from being like, for example, no pain, like perfectly fine, to painful, 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 less painful, more painful, less painful, super painful. And it was super annoying because I couldn't do my workouts. I would train at RP 8 and like I couldn't. I would be like, this is an RP 10 workout, so I'd do it at RP 8 or 7.5 and it would still hurt. It was so annoying. And even with body weight, I would be doing like 60 or 70 pounds. So that's like 35 kilos about, right? For like, I don't know, maybe 5 reps. And as I'm warming up with my body weight, I would do it like this. And it would be painful. I'd do 5 fast reps. So I'll just do 2 right now. And it would be super painful. It was actually a little painful right now as I did it, but not as painful as it used to be. So it's like the pain, if you can relate, it's in you can't describe where it is. You probably can't. You would say maybe it's in your bicep muscle, but it's probably inside your bone or your tendons. And it's hard to explain. So here's what I discovered. I noticed this pattern. So after training intensely, like a peak week, so 3 reps to failure with like the heavier weights, I would start to get the pain. And I remember actually during a deload week, I was only doing 2 dip workouts, I believe, or even 1 this deload week, really light for like 4 reps, RP 6. And I didn't have a setup because I didn't really care because it was a deload. And it would be like less than a 30-minute workout, even though I was training muscle up, pull up, dip, and squat. I would go for the setup, and it would be painful as I did the dips with these kind of light weights at RP6. So it was really obnoxious. Even during a deload week, it would like start hurting. So here's what I discovered, is that it's not actually your bicep or your bone that's pain. It's a little muscle beneath your bicep called the brachialis. So essentially, the brachialis, it's like under here. So there's stretches you can do. I'm going to show you how to do them. And then there's this massage that is extremely good. And it's what made it go away, right? So I still do dips. And it's like, I did a 3 reps at RP10 with 100 pounds, so that's 45.5 kilos, and it was a little painful. It was like a 1.5 out of 10. The pain used to be like a 5 or 6, so it went down significantly, right? So the stretch, extend your arm and pull it back, like this. You see? And as you can see here, I'm not stretching it, but it's like right here where you're stretching it a lot. And do that for both arms, because you probably have pain on both. This other stretch is you're gonna stick your hand out like this, and now do this, and try to point your pinky, this finger, up at the sky in this angle, right? So this is like the most I can go, but ideally bend it more, like as much as you can. And now you're going to stretch it out as far back as you can while aiming it up at the sky, right? And if you're doing it right, you'll feel a stretch here. Now I'll do it on the other arm. So stick your arm out, twist it, pull it back, and you feel it feels good. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you the massage. To do this massage, you have to be sitting. I can't really have the angle lower because it's gonna fall off my phone. But essentially, you wanna be sitting and you wanna put your elbow on your knee like this. And so you can do this type of range of motion. So, here's what you're gonna try to do. You're gonna pull your arm back like this. So, but loosen your bicep up, loosen it, right? And I'm gonna turn so you can see what I'm doing. You're going to push in your bicep muscle, push inside, and you're gonna try to find this little, feels like kind of like a tendon or ligament. So look for it. So here, I'm just gonna do this. Loosen it, and then about right there. You feel that, feel for it, it feels a little weird. Now push down as hard as you can. If it's painful, that's correct, you found it. Now what you're gonna do with a few fingers, you're gonna push down slowly. Have to find it again because it's like hard to find it. There we go. Push down slowly with your arm. And now slowly come back up. And here it's where it gets a little more painful. As far back as possible, and then down again, and then up. Here's where it gets painful. Hold it and stop. You have to do it slowly, okay? So that was 1 rep. So I'd say I rest about 30 seconds, but if you have the time, rest a minute. It doesn't really matter too much, I think. And I'd say do 3 or 4 reps at least. But the most optimal would be like 6 reps, right? I only do 4 because I don't have enough time. But yeah, now for the other arm, if you're curious what it looks like, you're gonna pull your arm back, same thing by the way, push in, find it, go down slowly, go up slowly, hold it, pull back, and then down, up. The slower the better, by the way, but not too slow, obviously. Hold, like, feel the pain, and then stop. And rest about a minute or so, or 30 seconds, right? This is for the inside of your brachialis. I don't know if there's an inside or outside, whatever. But you basically have to do it for the inside and then the outside. So for the outside, it's a little weird, finding a good grip. So you could do it like this with these fingers, like that. Or something I found is if you do this grip, it also works, but you have to do it with your thumb. So I'll show you both ways. So with these fingers, preferably 3 or 2, doesn't matter. You're gonna pull your arm back, but loosen your bicep, not tight. And you're gonna try to pull in your bicep. So pull like that and push down to try to find it. So pull in and push down. You see that? So pulling in, and I'm like pushing down, and then I'm like rubbing around my arm to find this little thing that feels like a tendon. That's your brachialis. So you guys see that? It's right there. So I'm gonna, you're supposed to be on this side of it. So you're gonna push down, go down slowly, come back up, and you're gonna try to go back down, slowly of course, and come back up, hold it, push down hard, and then, yeah, rest 30 seconds or a minute. Same for the other side, you do the same thing. If you find your brachialis, found it, go down, up, down, up. There we go. Now, if you want to do it with your thumb, it's basically the same thing, but with your thumb instead of your fingers. So try to find it, and then it's a little harder, I think, because I'm not so used to doing it like that. Down, up, down, up. Obviously, do it slower than that. Do it in like slow motion. Yeah. Hope this was helpful to you guys. This elbow pain was not elbow pain, but bicep pain was so obnoxious, but it went away. So essentially, I do this ideally you should do it 2, maybe 3 times a day. I only do it once a day. Sometimes I don't feel like it, and then I don't do it for like a week. And then I do a heavy dip workout, and then the pain comes back, and then I do the massages for like a week, and then I stop doing it. Yeah, it's a cycle. But ideally, keep doing it, and it'll go away in about, basically, it's like really painful. It's like a 5 out of 10 at first, and then after like 2 or 3 days, the pain's like a 2 or a 3. And then after maybe more days, like 5 or 6 days of doing it, the pain's like a 1, maybe a 2. So yeah, works really well. Hope this was helpful for you guys. You should definitely try this tactic out. Also do the massages like that and that, and yeah, see you guys.